What's up, everybody? Welcome to Q&A. How's everybody doing out there? Mom Vernon Kid here again. Hope everybody is well on their end. First and foremost, everybody, yes, the kid is now hooked up on Facebook. So if you haven't got a message, Facebook friend request from me, just look for it. For all those who do have a Facebook account that was asking me, people constantly was asking me if I had a Facebook account, and I would say not right yet, not right now, but yes, I have one now. If you need to look for me, it's real simple. Just look up my name, Christopher Bennett. You'll find it right there. But yes, the kid has a Facebook account. On some other news, my good friend Mr. Drayton, Mr. Carlos, gave me some info that should be related to us comic geeks and CMV Nation out there. Hawkeye has been cast for the Avengers movie, and he will be played by Jeremy Renner from the sleeper hit, The Hurt Locker. Good movie. I do recommend you check that out. He has been confirmed to play Hawkeye. How do I feel about that? I don't really mind really too much. Let's see how he plays Clint Barton. All right. But first and foremost, this is Q&A as always, and we are here. You guys are here to hear my answers to your questions, right? So first and foremost, I think I will start off with Deadpoolzilla. Actually, this time around, a lot of veterans in this lineup again, and Deadpool asks me, number one, have you heard that the Sci-Fi Channel is making a movie about the Phantom? What are your thoughts on that, and do you think they might be able to pull it off? I did not know that. I did not know that. Do I think they can pull it off? I don't think so. I mean, a lot of the sci-fi original movies have never really, really caught my eye. Really, they're just cheap B movies, and I ain't really into that too much. But we don't know. If I see a trailer of it, I'll see where it go from there. But I'm not really into those sci-fi original movies too much. Okay, number two, he asked me, who is your favorite Ant-Man? Alright, so we have, of course, we have Hank Pym, Scott Lang, and I'm forgetting the current Ant-Man now. The current Ant-Man is pretty much a pervert. Pretty much a pervert at heart. This is the type of guy that will get small, and if you have a female team member, he would like to be snuggled tight in between the boobs of his female teammate. And when he was on the Thunderbolts, that's where he was he would hide and be snugged in Yelena Belova, the Black Widow #2. He'd be right in front of her cleavage. Scott Lang, gotta give Scott Lang credit. He died. Scarlet Witch killed him during Avengers Disassembled. I do gotta give Scott Lang a lot of credit. His daughter is carrying on his legacy stature, I think, very well. But I think, as always, it is gonna be the original Hank Pym. Even though he's not calling himself the Ant-Man no more, he calls himself the Wasp. But I'll go with Hank Pym. Sometimes Hank Pym can be an asshole and a jerk sometimes. Gotta go with the original sometimes. Okay. If Blackest Night happened in the Marvel Universe, who would you like to see become a Black Lantern? Oh, off the top of my head, I'll give you about 5. I don't know. Well, I guess it'll be a lot of X-Men. You know, it'll be a lot of X-Men because Jean, Banshee. Let's see who else I can pick. Not just any. I mean, at that time of Blackest Night, I don't think Thanos was back yet. Wow, Thanos being a Black Lantern, woo, that'd be crazy. But yeah, pretty much stuff like that. I mean, that's another question anybody can answer. Love to hear you guys' opinions on that, because you got to be dead to have that. Okay, next question. Have you ever cosplayed at a comic convention? Actually, the last comic book convention I went to, wow, it's been about 3 years since I've been to, and I did dress up. Who did I dress up as that day? Oh, yeah, it was simple. When I went to the comic book convention, believe it or not, 3 years ago, I was dressed up like Blade. I took the Blade haircut of being bald and had the little bit more. Had my nice long leather jacket. Combat boots. I have my own sword. I brought a real live sword. I collect swords actually. Broadswords, samurai swords. I even spent about $750 buying a replica of Blade's sword from the movie. And one of my boys, he actually came as Dante. I came as Blade, he came as Dante. It was pretty cool. People was giving me, saying, "Hey, Blade," and I was just, saying peace and stuff like that. I wish I'd have took the pictures and stuff of that. But it was great. Had a fun time doing that. Who else when I went to a comic convention? Of course, I dressed up as Spidey. I had my aunt actually knit me a costume. Knit the original costume, and I had the symbiote costume, and that was about it. And I was there for like 4 hours, so 2 hours I spent in the original, the next 2 hours I spent in the symbiote costume. My aunt stuffed a little bit of stuffing in there, kind of give them a little bit of muscle, but I usually pack my own muscle. I'm not saying I'm buff, but it was great. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. And your last question is, are you going to do a top 10 cartoon heroes and villains list in the future? Excuse me. T, never say never. You just might see that. That's not saying I wouldn't, but I just might do it. Alright. So, T, thank you for that, thank you for the 5 questions. I will deliver you and Zip some more questions, so don't be afraid. I will be giving you more questions on that. Next I will go to, before that, I also want to plug this also to my fellow gamers out there. My fellow gamers, if you are fans of old school games, in the description Blue Goblin sent me this site. I will leave you the link to go to, and you'll be geeking out for this. Just definitely geeking out. Alright? But just look down in the description of the video and you should see the link. You should check it out, especially to my old school gamers out there. Okay.